Hello, everyone, and welcome to the desert. I figured this is the perfect backdrop to have for this kind of live video. I guess, kind of stranded in the desert right now. Our car broke down. We were supposed to be back in LA, but we are stuck out here, which is not a big deal because it's freaking gorgeous. So hopefully everyone can hear me. Try to do all of the audio and all of the mics. So, hi everyone over on Facebook, and hello everyone over on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. I've got this beautiful, gorgeous scene behind me, which is the Joshua Tree, I believe Yucca Valley Desert. So, I am here in Joshua Tree. It's really hot, so pre warning, I'm probably going to sweat a lot during this live video. But that's okay. I mean, we're all humans, right? So, hi everyone. Hi. Welcome. So much to talk about today. I'm so excited to share all of my insights from contact in the desert. I mean, talk about being in the desert, coming from contact in the desert. It's been absolutely incredible. So, just a little reminder, please comment, give me the thumbs up, let me know where you are coming from in the world. So, obviously, you guys are tuning in all different timelines. So, where are you from and how has your week been? Have there been any sort of weird events, cosmic cataclysms? Has there been glitches in the matrix? Where have all of you been at recently in the past, week or so? I guess maybe 2 weeks since I wasn't here last week. So I'd love to kind of know where you guys are all at. So we've got Alabama here. Hello, hello. Hi, Zach. I did not go to the Integratron. I will definitely make it out there sometime, but I was very busy doing interviews and kind of, rubbing shoulders with the right people. Hi from Saskatchewan. Hi, Leslie. What else do we have here? I am having fun. Hello, Tammy from Ohio. Portugal. Hello, Andre from Portugal. I love the UFOs there. Long Island, New York. Fantastic. New subscriber. Hello. It's so incredible. I had quite a few people come up to me during contact in the desert saying, "Hey, I love your channel. I love who you are." And it's funny because a lot of them are like, "Hey, like, are you Elizabeth April?" I'm like, "Yeah." And it's funny because like I'm quite a small human in this lifetime. I'm like 5'1". So the number one thing I always hear when people see me in person is, "Oh my goodness, you're so tiny." So some people might not recognize me right away. But yeah, so that was really cool. And I had a couple of people who just discovered my content a week ago, and they've been binge watching me for the past week, which is so cool. So if you're new to either YouTube or Facebook, welcome to the expansion of a lifetime. Welcome to Cosmic Disclosure. Welcome to Glitches in the Matrix. Welcome to Third Eye Awakening. Welcome to the next step in your conscious evolution. So I really appreciate all of you. Maybe you've been watching me for 3 years, 5 years. I don't know. I haven't been out there for 5 years, but welcome all of you. So today, once again, I'm most likely going to sweat. Today, I'm going to be talking about living life limitless. And the reason why I coined this video or titled this video, "This Makes Me Want to Cry," is because it really truly does. And one message that has really been downloading to me in the past couple of weeks, especially, is freedom. And that's really what we're all striving for. Freedom, freedom, freedom. That's what we all freaking deserve as human beings. We deserve to live life free. We deserve to have freedom in all capacity, freedom financially, freedom spiritually, freedom with your thought, freedom with your communication, freedom with your expression, living life free. And what we're all doing all the freaking time is we are confining ourselves. We're limiting ourselves. We're holding ourselves back. And I am no exception to that. I also hold myself back for these crazy, fucked up reasons that make absolutely no sense in the grand scheme of things. And it's funny because literally just as I said that, I got this deja vu moment, which was funny because I must have seen this probably like 2 or 3 months ago in meditation. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, where am I that I'm doing a live video in the desert, right? So it's cool when you walk through these moments that you see of the future. Anyway, so yes, we're going to be talking about living life limitless and how can we do that? How can we let go of our own limitations? How can we let go of our own fears? And how can we really truly step into our divine hybrid bodies? Because I do believe we are all hybrids. I believe that 90% of our DNA is interdimensional DNA. We are not just third dimensional beings, people. We are freaking these incredible beings of light. We are incredible beings who have 12th dimensional DNA, fifth dimensional DNA, and I was just talking with a woman who's writing an article, and she wanted to interview me. And I was telling her this, and I said, I believe, I don't know what's out there, I don't know what science says about this, but I believe that the 10% activation of our brains, right? So science says we use about 7 to 8% of our brain capacity, and likewise, we use 7 to 8% of our DNA capacity, which means 90% of our brain we're not using, and likewise 90% of our DNA we're not using. And for me, there's a correlation there. As we begin to expand, as we begin to wake up, and I'm starting to sweat, yeah, this is great. As we begin to wake up, we begin to unlock our DNA, which essentially, I believe, helps us unlock the neural pathways in our brain. And I love it. I another one, Cami, just found me a week ago, and you've been binge watching me ever since. Okay, amazing. And you're talking about me being such a help, which is incredible. I think there's now 3 people who I saw comments on YouTube who have all found me within the past week. Maybe you found me through the Leak Project. Maybe you found me through Divine Synchronicity. Either way, people are waking up. And the reason why I feel like in a lot of ways I'm undercover and going to Contact in the Desert, going to the biggest, most world-renowned alien convention, let's just say it, going there, I realize how undercover I am. Like, I really feel like even though I'm out there, even though all my content is literally free and open for anyone to witness and watch, I really feel like no one really knows about me yet. And the reason why is because like vibration attracts like vibration. I believe that most of the world out there is not necessarily ready for the vibration that I'm putting out there. And this was a huge realization when I went to Contact in the Desert. I met a bunch of speakers. I met these incredible world-renowned, individuals, and so many realizations dawned on me. And one of them is how traditional ufology and alien disclosure really is. We are so fucking behind, people. We really are. I don't want to say we're behind because we're moving slowly but surely ahead. But at the same time, I feel like we are so held back. And all of these speakers, most of them, to be honest, sorry to offend anyone, but they are middle-aged white dudes who have been, they had one experience of abduction when they were 10 years old, and they've been talking about it ever since on stages, which is cool. And I'm so glad that those people were out there to make way for individuals like myself. But I don't just do past life regressions. I don't just understand cosmic families. I don't just, have experiences one-on-one with interdimensional beings. I don't just talk to the Galactic Federation. I don't just channel quantum physics. I kind of do it all. And one of the realizations that I made was I am meant to be a bridge for a lot of people. I talk about a little bit of everything that each of these speakers specialize in, but there's a gap. There is a huge gap. And, I don't know if I know humanity's ready for it, because whoever just basically comes across my channel really resonates typically. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling, but yeah, so many realizations, so many insights. So much to talk about. And I've also got a little special guest. You guys can't really see him. For those of you who are new to my channel, he's kind of my mascot. I like to call him my little gray alien baby. He was at contact in the desert with me. Of course, he had to wear his Canadian hat because I am Canadian, and if you didn't know, Grayson is also Canadian. He's a Canalian, right? Because he's a Canadian alien. And yeah, and then we've got our little galactic, what does it say? Galactic Federation Ambassador pin, super cool. And then also like a little UFO rainbow pin, so LGBTQ and UFOs, kind of best of both worlds. Also, we are entering into Pride Month, which is fantastic. So, what up to all my people out there as well? Um, yeah, so Grayson says hi. Here we are in the desert. It's so fitting. And please, 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 maybe you're new to my channel. Maybe you have been watching me for a while, but you never comment. I want to call all of you out, the background viewers, and I want to ask you to comment, to share your experiences, to be vulnerable with me, because this is the time to do it. And part of living life limitless is not holding back anymore. Like, we walk out there in the world and we're so freaking worried about people judging us or what we look like or what we're wearing. Or, I was walking around Joshua Tree, like this really tiny, right behind me, right? This really tiny town in the middle of literally nowhere. And I'm like kind of in this like LA getup and I'm getting a lot of looks. And you know what? I say fuck it because I'm never going to see those people again. Why worry about what other people are thinking? Why worry about their projections? We are living life for other people if we worry so much about what other people think. So please comment in this video, comment in my further videos, give me a thumbs up, let me know that you're resonating with the content. And first of all, I want to ask all of you, what are your experiences? Oh, I'm getting really hot again. Like it's like every time sometimes you get chills when there's information that resonates. In the desert, you get hot, right? So I want to ask all of you, what are your alien experiences? Have you ever seen a UFO? And tell me if you see one behind me as well, because this is the place to see it. Also, did you know that California is the number one place in the world for the most amount of UFO and alien sightings? I didn't know that. Okay, hold on, I have to say this. So Dora Grace on YouTube said, I slept with a reptilian. Now, if you have not seen my Rex Bear interview yet, it is about reptilians and Illuminati and shape shifters. And part of that live video was me dating a reptilian shapeshifter. So yeah, I've slept with a reptilian as well, in a human form, but definitely still a reptilian. I won't even go into the details of what happened during those times, but anyway, so tell me, like, what are your experiences? Have you seen UFOs? Have you slept with a reptilian? Have you been curious about aliens? And so, first I questioned, why is the universe bringing me to California? But once understanding that this is like the UFO alien capital of the world, now it's very evident and very clear why I'm here. Okay, so we've got Ren on YouTube. When I was 3 or 4 years old, very close up, you had an experience. Yeah. What about right here on Facebook? Anyone else? I am enjoying myself. Thank you. Okay, so you feel things, but you don't see them. Yeah. You're an ice alien. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, Coast of Lemuria or Coast of Lemuria. Okay. We must remember and tell the truth about our origin, about our DNA. Yes, absolutely. And that will open us up to wisdom. And some of you may not have seen anything, but I'll tell you that if you are interested in disclosure, if you are interested in opening those realms, you are in the right place. So we've got someone else here on YouTube. You saw your boyfriend change in high school, but you didn't put it together that he was reptilian. Oof, absolutely. I love when those realizations come out after. This just shows you how hot it is. I put ice in this about 10 minutes ago, completely gone. And little Gray is going to be my assistant, and he's going to hold my water for me. I also had a woman come up to me I have so many experiences, but a woman came up to me during contact. She was clearly a channeler. And she said, "You're a Gray, aren't you?" And I'm like, yes, I am. How did you know? She's like, I just feel it. She's like, I'm from Sirius B. And I'm like, I'm from Sirius B. And so you kind of meet your people while you're there as well, right? But, and I heard this from a couple of other people as well, that even the individuals or the participants at Contact were at a different vibration. I would say that the people who watch my Contact easy rants and things like that, but people at Contact were like, yeah, okay. I'm interested in UFOs. Yeah, okay, I'm interested in aliens, but there is no follow through. That's the biggest problem with the alien community, is that there is no follow through from, okay, you're interested in UFOs and aliens, but what the fuck does that mean for you? Where does that get you, right? How do you apply that tangibly to your life? And these people just aren't applying these things to their life. And that's where spirituality and consciousness and awakening come from. It comes from the follow through of, cool, aliens are real, but now what? Now where do we go with that? And that's the spiritual aspect of it, right? Um, okay, fantastic. So, a couple of announcements that I want to talk about. Then we're going to go right into some realizations. We're going to talk about humans flourishing on ultimate freedom, because everyone wants to flourish. And it's sad to see people so limited in their own beliefs and their own conditions. And then I'm going to go through a little thought experiment with all of you. And then I want to explain to you how we can all live life as free as possible and as unfiltered as possible as well. Oh yeah, so many things. Okay. So the first thing, Mexico retreat. I have a couple of spots left. I'm so excited. We want to lock in a few more spots before the end of June. So please let me know if you are, A, you have to be a woman. Sorry, guys. And B, hold on. And B, oh yeah, you have to be at a certain level of consciousness, because I'm not just looking for people who are opening up. I'm looking for people who are there and want to get to the next level. So if you are a woman and you have not given to yourself in a very long time, and you are ready for an experience of a lifetime, and you're ready to open your third eye, and you're ready to connect at a soul level with individuals from all over the world, and if you're ready to just connect with I would say like a soul woman sister tribe, then you want to come to the Mexico retreat. It is at the end of September. The cost for a double room is $1,300. It's really peanuts. Everything's included. You just have to get your transportation there. So please email me. I will not read all of the comments. So please email me, expand@elizabethapril.com, if you are interested in the Mexico retreat. We have only a few spots left. So spots are filling up quickly. This is your time to lock in that spot. So please, please, please contact me and let me know. The women who are already signed up, and I'm sure some of you are already watching, so hi, incredible. Just these next level high vibrational women who are ready to unlock their DNA and understand their cosmic connections. So if you're ready for that, then please email me. And once again, the price is $1,300 for a 4-day all-inclusive Mexico retreat right off the coast, right off of the beach. Once again, it's women only. Sorry, guys. I will be having another one later on, but this is the only retreat that I'm going to have in 2019. And September, I channeled it, is a pivotal time for everyone's expansion and awakening. So please keep in mind that if this is calling out to you, do not hesitate to take the time and to commit yourself to something that is only for you and not for anyone else. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Mexico retreat, email me. Okay. If you're transitioning and you identify as a woman, that's okay too. But if you are a man and you have female energy, that is not okay. So much love to all of you. Okay, also, I have a brand new Facebook membership page. This means that there's going to be exclusive and only exclusive content on this membership page, not found anywhere else. I'm going to be doing live Q&A channels, so you get a part of the membership, you get a free Q&A session every single week to type in your questions from the sanctity of your own home, and I will live channel for you guys in the Q&A. I have crystal channeling videos. I have everyday content motivation. There's going to be weekly homework assignments. So if you're ready to stay on track with something, if you're ready to connect to a community who's actually interested in expanding and evolving, that is for both males and females. Okay, so it is the Facebook membership page. It's just simply $11 Canadian a month. Guys, this is like $8 American, and I know most of my clients are American. So please check that out. Tons of exclusive content. There's also going to be an exclusive live video on top of the Q&A video. So, I mean, it's so worth your while. Every week, new stuff. Please check that out. There's going to be a link posted in the comments below where you can sign up for the month of, where are we, June. June is now open for signups. So please check that out. Be aware that I'm going to be limiting some of the content on other platforms and expanding on the content there. I'm not doing any more one-on-one sessions. I'm not making any money at doing anything else. So I love content creation, but I also need to kind of feed myself and also live in LA, and you guys know how expensive that is. So just wanted to put that out there. Also, I have incredible webinars, especially for those of you who are new. I have a webinar that is about an hour and a half long. It's all about opening your third eye. This is information that I don't have time to explain every single live video. If you're interested in opening your third eye, if you're interested in the rudimentary foundations of understanding how to manifest and what the book The Secret is missing, and you definitely want to check out these incredible webinars. And they're just $44, and you can replay it, $44 Canadian. You can replay it over and over and over again, okay? I'm telling you guys, I mean, I want to give you the most bang for your buck. I want to give as much information out there as possible, and I want it to be affordable. So, I don't know, like a lot of people kind of hate on me for charging for things, but this is my living, this is my mission, right? But I'm also a human. So keep that in mind. And then the last thing, two more things, podcast. Incredible podcast coming out there. I'm talking about my astral traveling experiences. I'm talking about my lucid dreaming experiences. I'm talking about my gray connection and experiences. So this next podcast that is being released tomorrow night is all about my quantum experiences, just maybe 4 of my many past life experiences and all of that great stuff. It's about 25 minutes long. You really can't go wrong. It's free. Obviously, you can find me on Spotify, Art19, Google Play, iHeartRadio, you name it. I'm all over all of those things. So please check me out. It's the Expand Podcast with Elizabeth April. Last but not least, I love you all so much. Full moon workshop. I know a lot of people reached out to me and said, where's your full moon workshop? How can I sign up? And it was in person. So this June 17th, which is going to be on a Monday, it's going to be Monday night, full moon workshop live. Okay, it's going to be online. It's not going to be public. You're going to have to get tickets to it. There's a limited number of spots. I'm going to get you all to have your notebooks ready. I'm going to give you homework assignments. I'm going to channel directly the energies of the full moon for June and what you all need to know to prepare yourself for the next month. So check that out. Full moon June workshop, June 17th. Keep that in mind. All right. So let's talk about a couple of realizations that I had from Contact in the Desert. I mentioned a couple already. It's time to upgrade. It's really time to upgrade. If these are the people who are the top people in the world talking about aliens and UFOs, then it's time to step up the people that we really relate to in relation to UFOs and disclosure. So, time to upgrade. I felt like it was very old traditional information. That's okay. And it's great. And a lot of that stuff is still relevant, but I'm looking to move forward. And hopefully I can be a force to be reckoned with really evolving that UFO scene. It's time to upgrade. There's a disconnect. I found that. There's definitely a disconnect. It's funny because people kind of judge me at first. They're like, oh, like, yeah, look at this little, like, cute, pretty blonde girl. And, like, I am as far away from a cute, pretty blonde girl. If you really know me, you would probably laugh at me saying that I'm a cute, pretty blonde girl, because I am this 8 foot tall, great, weird looking alien being. And I think it's just, funny irony that I put myself in this body. But what I found at Contact is that whoever I spoke to, right, whether it be like a radio host or the NBC, journalist or whatever, I spoke to a bunch of people, and all I had to do was open my mouth and tell them my experiences and who I am and what I've been through and what I understand and how I understand it, and their minds were blown. And these are people who have interviewed all of the speakers at Contact, and yet looked at me like I was next level. So it was really great validation to know that I'm on the right path, that I'm not too crazy and out there, but that I can really fill in the gaps or be that bridge between all of the speakers. And like, I do past life regression, I do cosmic awakening, I do secret space program, and like, let's bring all of the things together. So that was interesting. Okay. And then also, you guys know Rex Bear, especially on YouTube. So Rex was there. Rex Bear from the Leak Project was at Contact in the desert. And it was really cool. It's really funny. He probably doesn't want me to say this, but he's a really little guy as well. So I'm like 5'1", right? Maybe 5'1.5". And so no one really knows my height because, I just have little gray to compare to, but Rex is like, he's a little guy, and so the two of us together, this bubbling, burst of energy. Please check out the interview between me and Rex and the rest of the people at Contact. It's all on Facebook. So YouTube, check out my Facebook, Elizabeth April on Facebook, to check out the Rex Bear interview. He's such a ball of energy. It was so much fun. But the second Rex and I got on live, whether it be his channel, my channel, even on my Canon camera, everything glitched out. Like, it was so weird. It was like Rex and I together in the same space. It was just like everything just glitched in that instant, and then it came back on. So I thought that was really interesting. And then probably my two favorite people to talk to, other than Rex, of course, was Adam Apollo. He's so next level with quantum physics, which is really awesome. And then also Ruben Langdon. He's done stuff for the movie Avatar. I believe he's done stuff for Lord of the Rings. And now he has his own TV show on Gaia Network, and it's called Interviews with Ed, Interviews with Extra Dimensionals. And our conversation, not only did we have an epic interview on Facebook Live, for those of you who saw it, and the rest of you should definitely take a look at it, but we also had an epic hour-long conversation afterwards. I told him about my gray self. I told him how I channel, what I receive. I told him about the hybridization project. And once again, jaw to the floor. He was so, mind blown, because here I am, this little 26-year-old. And it's cool to have someone who's interviewed the top channelers in the entire world be my. Once again, lots of validation at Contact in the Desert. I want to ask all of you, who is your favorite ufologist? Who is your favorite alien disclosure guru? Who is your favorite speaker who went to Contact in the Desert? I want to know, who do you guys resonate with? I see a lot of people resonating with the fact that there's a gap in the market. Everything's very old school and traditional and separated, and there's a disconnect. That's great, but apart from that, who do you guys really like? Like, who do you resonate with from Contact in the Desert, or just in general? Like, who do you like watching on YouTube other than me, of course? Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Ariel on YouTube. I love CITD, but sometimes the fear-based vibes on the UFO subject do not help me. Yeah, absolutely. I don't need evidence. I already know they exist. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I spoke with the founder of Contact in the Desert. She's great, a little high strung. That's okay. She put on the whole thing. And she's like, Elizabeth, don't talk about anything channeling, because people don't want channeling. They want facts. They want hard facts. They want people from the military. And she's like 65, right? And I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, this is the problem. She wants to keep it. She's like, and she also told me, she's like, make sure you dress appropriately, because we've got a lot of older people there and they don't want to see skin and blah, 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 and so I kind of heard it from her, and I understand why there's a bit of a gap in CITD, right? Contact in the desert. Let's see what else. Okay, yeah, the Giorgio, Lisa's saying on Facebook, Giorgio from Ancient Aliens. That's cool. He's also, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Giorgio. Honestly, I'm not a big fan. I'm not going to lie. I don't really judge people, but I don't know. I literally cannot for the life of me watch Ancient Aliens. I can't. I don't know. I think I watched one episode of Ancient Aliens, like 10, I don't know, whenever it started, and I was like, ugh. Because always at the end of Ancient Aliens, they're like, and maybe this might mean that aliens will take over the world and they want to, I don't know, take over humanity. I don't know. There's always this skew. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that guy. Who else do you guys resonate with? Dr. Greer. Okay. Still some weird vibes from Greer. I don't know what to think of it. I don't know why. I get these weird vibes from people who are there, some speakers. I do resonate with David Wilcox. I didn't get a chance to interview him. A lot of people have a hate on for David. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I guess there's some conspiracy. What else? What else? You resonate with the things that I say. That's good. Eric Von Daniken. Yes, that guy was pretty cool. Much older guy, but really great information. Emery Smith. Definitely resonate with Emery. John D'Souza. I did not meet John D'Souza, but I was talking to, I think it was Ruben Langdon, and he said, have you ever heard the works of John D'Souza, because you remind me of him. I don't know who John D'Souza is, but I mean, if I talk about the same stuff, then I resonate with him, so that's pretty cool. Samantha Moat, don't know who that is. Corey Goodwin, don't know who that is. Linda Moulton Howe, freaking amazing. She talks about Antarctica. She didn't go into the depths that I thought she would, that I wanted her to go into with Antarctica. I've astro traveled to Antarctica. I've seen genetic hybrid testing in the underground bases in Antarctica, and she didn't really get to that level, which was fine. Corey Good, I think, is really awesome too. Some great information there. What else? Okay, John X FBI, Emery Smith, yeah, David Wilcock, okay, Linda, yeah, fantastic. Okay, very good. I have a hard time resonating with most people. And there's this guy, I don't know what his name is, Jordan something. He was a young guy. He was a speaker. And so I asked him, like, hey, Jordan, like, I didn't really know, like, who he was, right? I don't know most of these speakers. So I'm like, hey, Jordan, would you like an interview? 2-minute long interview on my network. And he's like, he looks at me. He must be 30, right? He like gives me this like judgmental look, and he's with his girlfriend, and he's like, no, like that's not happening, or not right now. Oh my God, there's a lizard right there. Hi, buddy. Hi. Do you want to talk about the reptilian agenda? It's a big lizard too. It's really cool. Anyway, not to be distracted by lizards and reptilians. Anyway, so this Jordan guy, right, maybe 30 years old, he gives me this judgmental look, and he's like, no. Anyway, he was kind of a dick. And I'm like, and it was so sad to see him be such a dick, because I'm like, dude, you are speaking at the alien conference, the biggest one in the world. You're around my age. Why aren't you more open? Like I would expect the kind of closed off douchebag mentality from all these guys who are huge and they've got books out there, but from this Jordan guy, like, no thank you. So anyway, if you know this Jordan guy who's younger, who spoke at Contact in the Desert, I would not give him the light of day, because he's a real big asshole. Sorry to be swearing, but that's just my opinion. Moving right along, let's talk about humans flourishing on ultimate freedom. This is really important. So, where does lack of freedom come from, right? Where does lack of freedom come from? I believe that lack of freedom comes from the conditions that we put on ourselves. I mean, that's really what it comes from, right? So, if you're like, say for example, just using me as an example, say I'm like, oh, like I'm this spiritual awakening teacher, right? Or whoever, whatever, right? So this is a label that I put on myself, or whoever. I'm just using myself as an example. I'm the spiritual awakening coach, right? So all of a sudden, you put conditions on yourself because you believe yourself to be only that one thing, and that you always have to adhere to that standard at all times. And if I was trying to be a spiritual awakening coach or a psychic channeler in every single moment, I would probably go crazy, because I wouldn't be allowing myself to be human. I'm putting conditions on myself. So I definitely do not act like I'm a spiritual awakening coach at all times. I'm definitely not in that hooey dooey, high vibe, beautiful love and light mentality all the time. Yeah, I fuck up. Yeah, there's mistakes. Yeah, I get frustrated and triggered. And yeah, that's okay, because we're all human. Same thing. If you're a mother and you're at home and you've created your entire reality around being a mom, you're limiting yourself. You're putting conditions on your reality and you're holding yourself back from divine freedom. If you're like, oh, well, I've always wanted a boyfriend, and now that I have a boyfriend, I want to be a perfect girlfriend. Guess what? You're attaching yourself to limiting conditions, and you are trying to adhere yourselves to other people's standards of the labels that you've put on yourself. Does that make sense, right? We limit ourselves in every single moment. I've talked about this before. I needed to bring it up again. There's a couple of other insights that I want to bring up. So I want to ask all of you, what are the limiting conditions that you put on yourself, right? What are the labels that you put on yourself? So please comment below. Let me know. What are the labels? Like, I would even say like UFO researcher, or I'm a yoga practitioner, or I'm a pretty blonde, or whatever that may be. What are the labels that you put on yourself? What is the limiting conditions that you put on yourself? And just realize that the second that you type out and you comment that limiting condition, the second that you write down and comment the label, you're letting it go. You're releasing it instantaneously, right? We're here to be human. And same thing, guys, you could be a high vibrational, fifth dimensional spiritualist, but you could still be limiting yourself, right? I mean, seriously, like, I don't care what kind of labels you're putting on, but you are limiting yourself. And years ago, when like veganism blew up, I'm like, why don't I resonate with vegans? Because I get it. I totally get it. Live a holistic lifestyle. Don't do harm to other beings and animals on the planet. And I totally understand it. But there was this attachment, like this heavy attachment that not all, but some vegans have on this like vegan lifestyle. And I'm like, what is it about vegans that kind of trigger me? And I realized that it was an attachment to veganism. It was an attachment to this label. So even though veganism is fantastic and it's a great lifestyle and it's a way to live, it shouldn't be the only attachment that you have in your life, because you're limiting yourself. I don't care if it's a good, perceivably, or bad attachment of I'm a smoker, or I'm a drinker, or I'm a partier, or I'm a female, or I'm a male. These are all fucking attachments. We need to be fluid in every single moment in order to be aligned in every single moment. So that's great. So we've got some really great, things that have been popping up. I'm a Pisces, exactly. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're attached to smoking. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you're 31 and you've had a shitload of health issues, right? So I'm unhealthy, I'm sick, I'm fit, I'm unfit, whatever the things are, right? I am love and light. That's still an attachment, right? If you put the attachment on yourself that you are love and light, and then in the next moment you're full of fear, you're gonna go crazy thinking that you're no longer the thing that you thought that you were. You're gonna have an ego death in every single moment the more you attach yourself to who you think you are in every moment. I'm an artist. Oh no, then I lost my creative artistic ability. Now I'm not an artist. Oh no, now who am I? Oh no, I don't know who I am anymore, right? We go through ego deaths because we have an attachment to an ego. If you never had an attachment to any labels or any aspect of yourself, you would never have to have an ego death, right? Ego deaths are really important for all of us to have because we all have attachments, right? Maybe you're drinking tea for like 3 weeks straight and you're like, I'm a tea drinker, and then you're not a tea drinker. That's okay. Just don't attach yourself to being a tea drinker. Now, likewise, diversely on the other half of it, because I've been a Buddhist in many lifetimes, and I believe in Buddhism, but I believe also that's not the only thing out there. It's so funny and it's actually hilarious. I'm attached to unattachment. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I am attached to unattachment. So basically what I mean by that is I'm attached to not being attached. And there's a what is it? It was a saying or it was a quote that I heard the other day, and it was being detached and unattached. No, being attached without detachment. That's what it is. I think that's Buddhism as well. Being being attached without detachment. Something like that. Anyway, so I thought that was funny because, I'm like, no, stay away. No, I don't want, no, I'm not your guru. No, I'm not your teacher. No, I'm not your only source of love. I'm not your only source of information. I'm not anything. I'm so attached to unattachment that attachment in any form freaks me out, right? So it's kind of ironic that, I teach unattachment and yet I'm attached to unattachment. I don't know. It's really funny. I don't even know how to go there, but okay, moving on. Living life limitless. Everyone deserves freedom. And that's why, it makes me want to cry, because the feeling of pure bliss and pure freedom and pure cosmic euphoria is being completely free. Not even being completely unattached, but being completely open and in the flow in every single moment. It's incredible. Okay, so the other way that you can think about this is living life unfiltered. That's the word I want to use. Living life unfiltered. So our attachment, our fear, our limitations are based on conditions. Thank you so much to Simon for your super chat. That's really incredible. And I know in your super chat you said you believe that we need to go on a date. And I'm sorry, but first of all, I'm not on the whole guy scene anymore. And secondly, I've got a beautiful girlfriend that I'm really happy with. So thank you for the super chat, but no thank you on the dates. Moving right along. Yeah, so living life unfiltered. It's the same thing. Freedom, being unfiltered. It's really incredible. So for what purpose do we put conditions on ourselves? This is so key. This is a huge revelation that I've made recently. So I want to ask all of you, why do you think we put conditions on ourselves? Once again, why do you think we put conditions on ourselves? So you go out and you go to a grocery store. What do you do to get ready to go out to that grocery store? Do you do you put like lipstick on? Do you curl your hair? Do you change your outfit? What do you do to go out before you go out, right? So for what purpose do we put conditions on ourselves? Lauren, you're saying programming. I completely agree with that. And I put down here fear of not fitting in, right? Playing the game. Now, my last podcast was epic, and it was all about playing this game, being a human, playing the game of being a human, and really, truly, it's ridiculous, right? So if you think about it, we're never going to see those people again. We're never going to interact with that person on the street. So why are you worried about not smiling at them? Why are you worried about how they think about you? Why are you worried about their opinions? You shouldn't, right? Let go of all of your attachments. Let go of all of your projected judgments. Let go of all your preconceived notions of how the world views you. And the breakthrough that I made in the past little while is, why do humans put conditions on ourselves? And what came to me was, we're all trying to fit in. Okay, great. We put conditions on ourselves. We limit our own existence because we're trying to fit in. So why? Let's move it one more step forward. Why are we trying to fit in? Why, as human beings, want to fit in so badly? And the reason why, the reason why I believe that we're all trying to fit in is because we're all aliens, right? I believe that we are all hybrid, interdimensional beings from another planet, from another dimension, somewhere out there in the universe. Think about human existence. 20,000 years, 2,000 years, such as the Bible says, right? Maybe we've been here for 2 million years. I mean, all of that is possible, but 2 million years in the grand scheme of the entire freaking universe, of everything else that has existed out there, right? That's nothing. We are not humans first. We come from Orion. We come from the Pleiades. We come from Sirius. We come from different galaxies and even different multiverses and universes. We are not just humans first. So we come to this planet. The first lifetime that we're here, we're like, what the fuck? Who am I? What am I doing here? You know, and we come to this planet unfiltered. Think about us being this new little soul on this planet in this new body as a little baby. Everything is new. Everything is an experience. There's no filters on us whatsoever. We are absolutely free beings of light, and we are just, I'm a little alien. I'm a gray. I can read your mind. I can practice telepathy or whatever, telekinesis. This is all great. You could do all of those things, and then all of a sudden you're shut down, you're cast aside, you're chastised, you're killed, you're stabbed, you're beat up for being different. We have all been burned at the stake in one way or another. We have all suffered in being our true, authentic selves on this planet. And the reason why we have suffered is because this planet has been fear-based for most of our existence. Which means that the reason why we all want to fit in so badly is because we're all actually just aliens, all trying to play this game of, yeah, don't worry about me, I'm just a human. Yeah, look the other way. Don't look over here, right? So we're all so fucking scared of being judged all the time. We're all so scared of being chastised. We're all so scared of being persecuted, right? As our true, unique beings. So we're like, I'm just gonna be that pretty blonde girl who just tries to fit in. You know, fuck that. Seriously, stop trying to fit in. Let go of the labels. Let go of the persecution. Let go of the fear and be your true self. No one cares. No one cares. You are the only one who cares, and you are the only one who is putting a limited perception around your own reality. So stop holding back. Stop it. I'll just mention, because it's coming through. One of the things that I hear from ghosts and spirits in every single moment, okay? One of the things that I hear from ghosts and spirits in every single moment is I wish that I didn't hold back. I wish that I told my son how much I loved him. I wish that I wasn't as attached to money as I was. You know, I wish that I said that thing that I never said, right? We have these regrets of not living life to the fullest. We have these regrets of not being as free as possible. And once again, the only person that is ever holding you back from being free is you. So the only person that you can blame for being limited is you. So stop limiting yourself. Stop attaching yourself to judgment from others. No one cares except for yourself. Thank you so much, Brian, for your super chat on YouTube. I really appreciate that, especially during my little rants. Much, much appreciated. We're all playing this fucked up game. We're all trying to be someone that we're not. So stop it. We're losing ourselves in the process. And the fifth dimensional frequency of this new vibrational earth is no longer going to allow you to limit or hold yourself back. The new fifth dimension vibrational frequency on this planet is no longer going to allow you to project a version of yourself that isn't true and isn't authentic. And guess what? If you're like, this is going to be funny. If you're like, yeah, you know, my projection, my attachment is that I am this dude with a Ferrari, right? Say, for example, your whole life, all you ever wanted was a red Ferrari, and then you finally got it, and then all of a sudden your whole reality, your whole perception of self is like, I'm that dude with a red Ferrari. That's cool, but guess what's gonna happen, dude, with the red Ferrari? That Ferrari is gonna get into a car crash. That Ferrari is going to be taken away from you. I'll tell you right now, every single person who's watching this live and after, whatever you attach yourself to will be taken away from you. Whether you, say for example, let's just bring it into the tangible, not everyone has a red Ferrari. Say, for example, you attach yourself to being, a mother, right? And you're like, all I want is children. Great, then you have children. All I want is my children to love me. And maybe all you want is your children to love you because you don't fully authentically love yourself, which is most likely the case. Then guess what? Your children get older and they're going to resent you for whatever crazy fucked up reason, but they're not going to love you. And the reason why is because you've externalized your own self and your idea of self into those children, right? So whatever you're attached to in a projected way, in a third dimensional way, whatever you're attached to that isn't real and authentic and conscious is going to be stripped away, is going to be taken away from you. And yeah, red BMW, same old thing, right? Detach yourself. You can have nice things. You can be financially abundant. You can have beautiful children. You can love all the things that you have, right? But you can love those things without attachment. As long as you are not attaching your identity to those things, you can have great things in life. And I think that that's where Buddhism really kind of fucks with us sometimes, especially in past lifetimes, right? It fucks with us in the way that you can only be free, you can only be enlightened, you can only be liberated with non-attachment, with no material things. And I've seen lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, my lifetimes and client lifetimes, where they have burned money, and that burning of money and that giving away of your material has actually led you into lacking. Then all of a sudden, not only are you not attaching yourself to an abundant lifestyle, but you are attaching yourself to suffering, to sacrifice, to giving up a part of this physical reality to understand the piece of the non-physical reality. So it's still detrimental, right? It's so incredible and so ridiculous and so amazing all at the same time. We're all playing a game. And I have to say, stop playing the game, because if you keep playing the game is going to catch up to you. And this world is no longer a game to be played. This world is a lifetime to experience. So eat good food, work with your body, meet cool people, have crazy experiences, get punched in the face in Panama, put yourself out there, right? Be your true authentic self. Okay, we're going to move on. Okay, I have a thought experiment for all of you. And before I get into the thought experiment, one more time, a couple of announcements. Mexico retreat for women only. If you're looking to expand your mind, if you resonate with who I am, you get to see me in person for 4 days straight. You get all of these rants and your own personal channeling in Mexico. So Mexico retreat, please, just a couple of sign-ups left. So this is your time to say, yes, I am ready. And once again, stop holding yourself back. Stop limiting yourself. Stop convincing yourself that you don't have the time or you can't afford it. This is your time to just live life and really bring yourself to that fifth dimensional place. Full moon workshop. This is for men and women. You can do it out of the own comfort of your home. Okay, it will be online, and there will be live channeling. There's going to be tarot cards. There's going to be homework assignments, and that's going to be June 17th. Check out my podcast as well, please, everyone. Podcast, and then membership page. $11 Canadian a month, Facebook membership page, Q&A channeling, you name it, you will receive it every single week on this Facebook membership page. So check that out, $11 a month for that. Okay, thought experiment, let's get into it. Okay, so I want you all just to take a minute, okay, to just quiet your mind. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Now, I want you to imagine that you are an ant. Yes, a little ant, a little insect. And all that you know is the work that you do for your colony. So you are now incarnated and living life as this little tiny ant, and there are thousands of little other ants all around you. And it's more of a hive mind, right? Everyone's working together, everyone has their own task, but all you know is that lifetime as an ant. And as that ant, you go away and you come back. You go away, you get some food, and you come back. You're hauling leaves back and forth. You're serving your queen. And so you're living this life limited, right? You're living this life because you've been put into a role within your society. Now imagine if all of a sudden, all of your ant friends are going this way, right? This herd of sheep is going this way. All of a sudden you're like, whoa, what if I don't go this way anymore? What if I turn back and what if I go the other way? What if I make my own ant hill? What if I make my own ant colony? What if I create something else? And all of a sudden, you start creating your own ant colony and your own ant hill. And you start digging and digging, and you create this other whole mansion of an ant hill for all of your colony. And you bring part of that colony over, and all of a sudden you've expanded, because now one colony becomes two colonies. You, as that ant, are that thought leader. You are the one who turned around, who went against the grain. And if you think about it, there's 1% of society out there who are those thought leaders. And similarly, there's 1% of people out there who hold the majority of the money in the world, because that's the 1% who says, well, what if we do something different, right? Just like the guy who invented Apple, right? I don't condone Apple products, even though I use them, right? But that guy said, there's got to be something else here. There's got to be a way that we can solve this problem. There's got to be a way that we can all connect. Just like the guy who created the World Wide Web, WWW. He was the one that went against the grain. It is time for all of us to no longer conform to the ant colony, to think that we have to serve anything or anyone else. You're not obligated to serve me. You're not obligated to serve your parents. You're not obligated to serve a man in the sky from a book that was written 2,000 years ago. You're not obligated to do anything for anyone else. If anything, what you could do that's going to help the rest of society is to walk the other way, is to be exactly who you are, to smile at someone on the street and not give an F if they smile back, to wear what you want to wear because you're comfortable wearing it, to look how you want to look because you're comfortable looking that way, to be your true, authentic self, right? If we are all playing a game, if we are all being those anthills in the ant colony, then there is no growth in society. If I'm not triggering the fuck out of one person in society, then I'm not doing my job right. If you guys are all just agreeing with me, then you're not doing your job right. It's time to question everything. It's time to get away from the dogma, the paradigm, the karma, the patterning, the programming, the autopilot, the self, the attachment, the labels, the conditions, the obligations. It's time to say, fuck it, to being human, and to really understand that we can do, be, experience, love, laugh, snort, laugh, especially. We can buy toys for ourselves even though we're not 12 years old. We can do that, and that's okay. And you can love yourself while doing that. If no one else is going against the grain, then we're not pushing society forward. And I know that each and every one of you are here at this time to push society forward. And I'm here as a teacher teaching teachers, because I believe all of you are teachers. We are here. The rest of society is out there. No one has any idea what's about to hit the planet. No one else has any idea what is about to happen. No one else out there knows what the fifth dimension is. No one else out there knows what the third dimension, no one else knows what the third eye awakening consciousness, no one knows what that is. I bet the people who are awakened, not just, people who follow me, but the people who are out there who are questioning, I bet you it's less than 1% of the population of humanity, right? Less than 1%. We are here because we are teachers. And you are here listening to me, taking the time out of your busy schedule, taking the time out of being human to be right here, right now, expanding, opening your minds so that you can go against the grain, so that you can walk the other way. And you know what? It's not fucking easy to do that. It's not easy to put yourself in a different position. It's not easy to be looked at like you're crazy. It's not easy to be the different one. It's not easy to not conform. But you're here because you are strong enough and because you signed those contracts, because you are ready to walk the other way and go against the grain. Push the boundaries and help other people push their boundaries as well. Be your true, authentic self, because that's what humanity needs right now, at this time. We are the only ones who create the perception of right and wrong, not anyone else. If I want to eat a whole chocolate bar because I think that that's right for me in that moment, I'm going to freaking eat a whole chocolate bar because I think that that's what's right for me in that moment. And that's okay, because in every single moment, we are recreating who we are. I may be a tall gray being in one moment. I may be a Galactic Federation ambassador in one moment. I may be a 26-year-old in one moment. Hey, I may be a 10-year-old version of myself in one moment. I may be a person who hates spiders in one moment, and I may be a person who wants to be a dude in one moment. I may be a motorcycle rider in one moment. I may be an artist in one moment. I may be a girly girl in one moment. You are different things in every single moment because you are recreating yourself in every single moment. Thank you, Andrew, for that super chat. Super appreciate it. We are shifting in and out of this reality in every single moment. Right now, everything is a first. We are starting to hop into the fifth dimension frequency. We are starting to hop into a reality that we are recreating. I don't care if you're watching this and you're 11 years old, you're 33 years old, 55 years old, 88 years old. I have clients, I have people who resonate with me, who speak all different languages from all around the world, who are all different ages. I don't care what age, stage, life, gender, culture you are here because you are recreating yourself. In this moment, this is the first moment that I've ever been in the desert. It's not, but it is. This is the first moment I have ever had a sip of water. And let me just experience this with all of you for the first time. So refreshing, so healing, so in vibration. And the more that we are in the present moment and we realize that every action, reaction, thought, and moment, we are recreating our new reality. The more and more we can appreciate who we are in every single moment, the more conscious we become in every moment, the more we have control over every moment. Do you want to create abundance? Do you want to slow time down? Do you want to be telepathic? Do you want to be nourished? Do you want to be psychic? Do you want to be tapped in? Do you want to interact with the world? Do you not want to interact with the world? The more conscious, the more present, and the more aware you are of your power to create the world around you, the more powerful and the more limitless and the more free you become. I am sending all of you so much love. Check out some of my links. Please listen to my podcast. I'm ready to go to those deeper layers. I'm ready to go against the grain. I'm ready to be the black sheep in society. And I hope that each and every one of you are ready to do the same. Have an incredible week. I will be back here next Monday, not in the desert, but I will be back in LA next Monday for another epic live at 5:55. And hopefully I will see you all on my Facebook membership page for the first ever Q&A live session this Wednesday. I love you all so much. Have an incredible rest of your week, and podcast out tomorrow. Bye, YouTube.